Well, to discuss a bit more and what you can do, I'm joined now by travel journalist Francesca Page. Francesca, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
Okay, so it's expected to be so bad this weekend, sort of unheard of. We have Delta Airlines offering people waivers if they do not travel. They're saying, yes, if you don't head anywhere, you can change your flight for free. I mean, I've never heard of anything. This is just really outrageous that they would actually incentivize people not to move. But I guess that illustrates how bad things are.
Well, there's a lot of reasons why this is happening, and it really is a combination of factors contributing to this, between gas prices, weather, and airlines struggling to meet surging demand after pandemic lockdowns and amid these staffing shortages. And of course, on top of this, airlines, as you've mentioned, are accusing the FAA of not having adequate staffing and failing to provide a plan on personnel ahead of the summer holiday. Now, meanwhile, the administration is arguing that financial stimulus during COVID really was misused by these airlines. The reality is, however, that despite this bickering back and forth, travel is still on the up and up, and people are willing to take risks and pay the price tag to get away right now.
Right. And we just saw all those Delta pilots, and to their credit, they said they're not going to strike. They're just trying to get some better wages. But there was a lot of money given out during COVID. It seems like the airlines perhaps do have some culpability here of not managing their staffing. And obviously, with the vaccine mandates, a whole other wrinkle that perhaps they could have planned a little bit better.
Perhaps, I mean, look, from a perspective of the traveler right now, I think that's really the conversation to be had. There's a lot of people out there that are concerned about their flights getting canceled and whose flights have already been canceled. So the advice I want to give people in terms of your cancellations is, if you notice multiple cancellations to the same destination, especially during this weekend, or if your flight gets bumped several times, this can often be a telltale sign that your flight could get canceled. Also, be sure to sign up for alerts from your airline so that you can track your flight and book direct. Consider enrolling in an expedited security program like TSA PreCheck, Global Entry, or Clear. Also, some other advice: ensuring your trip is more important now than ever. If delays are caused by weather, the airlines owe you nothing, but insurance can sometimes help. If you're traveling abroad now, yes, they dropped the test back rule, but you still need trip protection and medical coverage. You should also consider a medical transport membership, like a program I've mentioned called MedJet, to get moved back to a hospital at home. Now, most insurance only gets you to a nearby hospital in an emergency, and nobody wants to be stuck in a foreign hospital. Also, if security is a big concern for you, there are memberships out there for you as well. So there's lots of advice that can be given to travelers to travel safely over this season ahead.
It's good practical advice. And again, as always, I think to make sure you're on those apps and that you're getting alerts, because a lot of times your flight may cancel. You may not get an email in time, but it might pop up on your app. I know sometimes I've gone to check in on flights and then only realized then, Francesca, that the flight was canceled. So communication really is sometimes the onus is on you as the traveler, unfortunately. You really have to do your homework.
Yeah, absolutely you do. And I think everyone's asking right now, when are things going to get better? When are they going to get easier? There are a lot of variables in predicting that, but some solutions are already in play. These include lightening flight schedules and pay increases from airlines to retain employees and those pilots. But I will say that people's desire to travel has largely outweighed any complications this summer. Also, keep in mind, there are a lot of reasons why there are these issues, and the majority of them are to some degree temporary, even weather and the change in temperatures that have created a lot of these delays. Ultimately, it's a combination of factors, none of which are permanent or really dissuading travelers from getting away this summer.
Let's hope it's temporary, people. If you have a little bit of discretionary income and you want to use it to treat your family, let's hope you can get to where you want to be. Francesca, great advice. Francesca Page, appreciate your time today.
Thank you.